Hello, all, very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another LeetCode question, which is search a 2D matrix. This is being asked in February 4th week 2021. Now, what this question says is that we need to search for a target in a value in an m cross n integer matrix. And the matrix follows following properties. Integers in rows are sorted in ascending order from left to right, and integers in each column are sorted ascending from top to bottom. So this is a pretty interesting information, because if kind of I take this information away, then the question is more like I need to kind of run through each and every index in the matrix and then see which value matches with the target. Right now, with this statement coming into picture, is what it is, or what it is telling me indirectly is that we need to optimize the solution such that instead of traversing through m cross n matrix and looking for each and every target, I need to come up with a smart approach which will take advantage of this particular ascending order and give me the results with the minimum time complexity. Right now, if I look at this, right, if I look at this matrix, say if you see, right, it says okay, 1 4 7 11 15 is in ascending order. Same goes for this one, same goes for this one, and this also is in ascending order from top to bottom. Okay, so now how we'll approach this problem, right? So this is, so if you see, right, if this is in ascending order, that means this value and this value will be highest in a given row. So what I'm going to say is this value and this value will be highest in this row, correct? And this will be highest overall, right? Overall in the entire matrix, this value will be highest overall. So what I'll say is I'll take this value, say this one. I'll take this as my base. So I'll say if my row is equal to 0 and my column is equal to, say, the maximum length, which is, say, in this case 1 2 3 4, right? It will be 4, column will be 4, starting, assuming it started from 0. What I'm saying is, say this was 15, right, and my target was 5, right? What I'm trying to say is, if my given target is less than this 15, my this column is of no use now. Why I'm saying that is, this 15 was supposed to be the lowest value in this particular column, and considering this is still higher than the given target of mine, then this column is will be of no use, because if I go downwards it will always be in increasing order. Right now, similarly, I go and check this one, right? Is my 11 is higher to this 5 or not? It is, right? So that means my minimum value which can be possible in a given column is higher than my target, right? Then whatever comes afterwards is of no use, right? So I can take away this as well, right? Now I'll say, okay, if my 5 is higher to this or not, so this follows the same trait. I can take away this row altogether, this column altogether. Now if I come to this one, right, my row value is less than this one. Now what it tells me is, the moment this becomes lesser than this one is, that means this column, this row right now will be of no use for me, because what all I have is the value prior to that will anyways be smaller to it, and greater to that is anyways I have checked across, right? Then I will do a row plus plus. I hope you would have understood the concept here. Let me just try to reiterate. So what I'm saying is, if my target is, say, 5, right, I'm working, I'll take this as an index for me. So my row will be, say, 0, and my column will be equal to the length, which will be 4. I'm at this index. I'll compare this 15 with this 5. If this is higher, if this value is higher, so if my 15 is greater than 5, then that means all the values in this column will be higher to this value, because this 0th row, the last column, is the minimum value which can be in this column, right? So this column is of no use to me. Now similarly, I'll check this 11, this is of no use. Similarly, this 7, this is of no use. But if I come to this one, right, what I'm trying to do here, I'm doing a column minus minus and so, right? if I'm at this row, this is becoming greater than this is becoming smaller than this one. So what it is telling me right now, this holds the highest value in this row, correct? So this holds the highest value in this row. So and considering my target is higher than that, that means this row is of no use for me. I'll have to move to the next index. And if I now check this is equal, then I'll return true, right? Now let's run through another example, right? So in this case, say my target was 20, right? My target was 20. I say, is my 15 greater than 20? No, 15 is smaller, right? Then I'll kind of say, okay, this row is of no use for me because my highest value in that row is smaller to it. Then I'll check, okay, is my 19 greater than 20 or not? It is not. That means the highest value in this row is of no use to me, right? Then I'll say, okay, yes, I'll move to the second one. I'm at 22. Now is the value 22 higher than value 20 or not? It is, right? So this column will be of no use to me, right? Now I'm at 16. 16 is higher to 20 or not? It is lower. Then this particular row is of no use to me. 17 again, I'll come to 17. 17 is lower, yes, it is lower. 17 is of no use to me. 26 is higher, then this column is of no use to me. 23 is higher, this is of no use to me. 21 is higher, this is of no use to me. 18 is lower, and it's the end of the matrix. I didn't find that particular value, so I'll return false. Okay, so with this, let's go ahead and quickly write the code. So I say my int, say row is equal to 0, and int call is equal to row matrix 0 dot length, right? Now if I do that, what I'll say is I'll loop through this particular array or this matrix in this case until my row is less than matrix dot length. That means I have not reached the end of the matrix, and my column is say greater than equal to 0. That means I have reached the first column, right? Now what I'll say is if my matrix row and col is double equal to target, I'll return true. Now else I'll say if my matrix is row column, if it is greater than my target, right? As we discussed earlier, if it is greater than my target, then I'll say my column minus minus, else I'll say my row plus plus. This is exactly what we are doing right now. So if my highest value in that one, then I'll do, if it is greater, then I'll do a column minus minus, otherwise I'll do a row plus plus. Once I'm outside of this and by any chance I'm not returning true, that means I've never found it in the first place. I'll return false, right? If I look at the complexity of this will be O of m plus n, and but before coming to that, we'll just run it and see if it's working fine or not. Okay, I got a runtime exception. Array out of bound. Let me check that once. Oh, sorry, this will be like length minus 1 because it will start from the 0th index. Let me run again. Okay, I got expected results. Let's submit it. It got accepted. Cool. So this is it. The complexity of this will be O of m plus n. And in case you still have any questions, any doubts, please do reach out to me in the comment sections. In case you like this explanation, please do click on the like button. And in case you are new to the channel and like the overall explanation, please click on the subscribe button. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.